Hello friends, it's me, Nigel. Last time you saw me, I was living under a bridge, right? But, turns out, through a stroke of good fortune, I am now a god. Yes, I have achieved godhood. And, as the leader of House Dagoth, right, I'm hopping on the ladder with me friends, me Dagoth type friends, and we's going to see what we can do as we advance towards legend rank. Now, the House Dagoth, these guys, they's a bunch of weirdos, right? I'm not a huge fan of some of the hygiene practices, but then again, I did live under a bridge until quite recently. So, looks like we're going to be bringing the good word here to Bam 8N, who's playing House Redarin. As far as I know, House Redarin is a bunch of thieves, liars, cheats, and heretics. So, I think it's only a matter of time before we show them the light and wipe them off the face of this planet. As a god, I've got certain new responsibilities that weren't really part of my repertoire when I was a homeless drug addict living under a bridge, and the former guitarist for a band in the 80s whose name I can't remember because of the extensive brain damage I've suffered. Bam8 here, probably a fan of the band, I would suspect. Most people generally are. We've got an Ice Storm, right? So we're just going to cycle a rapid shot. That's what I would do. I mean, being that I'm a god and all. And of course, because I am divinely inspired, I knew, right, that Fighters Guild Recruit was right on the top of my deck. I'll get fucked with that. Ain't got time for your rapid shots. Looks like my opponent's got another one. Well, I could just Earthburn Spinner it away. Hasn't done no rallying yet. So I think, since my opponent seems intent on beating me face in, just like those guys I used to owe money to before my ascension to divinity, I should just get it killed. Now, if my opponent plays anything that I can't harpy, I'm going to fall behind in life. I suspect, however, what is this? I'm thoroughly confused. I've consulted me God handbook and there's nothing in there for this sort of shit. However, we got this as a plan, and we only really get punished here for our earlier slow roll by a Triumphant Jarl. I don't even really mind a Black Worm Necromancer, although nobody seems to play that card anymore. I mean, I get it, sleeping with corpses is a bit odd and all that. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So, we're playing against somebody who's running Falkreath Defiler. I wasn't wrong necessarily with my accusations of necromancy, right? It's interesting because I'm not super concerned actually about what he's bringing back, but he might have some tricks up his sleeve, so we're just going to swing and harpy this no good corpse sleeping with motherfucker. You may notice too that I'm a little bit more Australian than I used to be. It's because, you know, now that I'm a god, I see all things and I hear all things, and you know, there's this guy down in Australia and he's talking a lot and it's kind of screwing up my radar. Time to fight. Nord Firebrand. Well, I suppose these things do happen. I feel like you should have fought this guy, but it is what it is. We're going to swing face again, and we're going to destroy his shrine. There are no lane-changing cards that he could be using. The only thing that could really get us here is a grappling hook, which is a move my ex-wife used to pull on me when I was drunk. But, you know, it is what it is. A Necromancer's Amulet, sure. And another Namira Shrine. And he goes ahead and goes face. I think we just keep pummeling his face in here. I suspect that is our play. Yep, it looks good to me. We'll lay down an Eclipse Baroness. Get a rapid shot. I will cycle the rapid shot. I'm tempted just to kill that, but I like my value. And we proceed from here. Now, you probably saw in that movie Morrowind, where I got defeated by some guy who took a spear that may or may not have been made out of my dick and stabbed me with it. That was an exaggeration. That's not really what happened. I mean, it's close. Like, don't get me wrong, it's something like that did happen, but not exactly like the Grotwood Ambusher. So this is just some kind of necromancy and vampire type deal my opponent's got going on here. I could just Ice Storm. I could Cradle Crush. If I Cradle Crush, I could also play Daggerfall Mage. So I think that's probably my plan here. Go and do that. Do that. Because we got Tazcad. Tazcad's a real boss friend of mine. We'll just push a bunch of face damage and mop up, clean house. After all, bam. Look, I try to cut people a break for heresy, but this guy has clearly chosen the wrong faith, and he needs to be brought around to my side of thinking. Weakness. Right. I mean, like, weakness is technically a card that exists, but I have to say, even though I'm omnipotent and omnipresent and all-knowing, I did not see that move coming. It's really outside the scope of what I anticipated could occur. Assume we got a Skaven Pyromancer or some such shenanigans here. Maybe another one of these fine lasses. Either way, I'm not super excited about this development. So, right. Does he swing? If he swings, there's things I could get off Prophecy that give me lethal. Right. Nord Firebrand for a card. Okay. Sanctuary Pet. Let's make sure we're not missing anything real obvious like here. We Tazcad in. We do 3 goes to 11. We have another 7. That's not going to kill him. Get Ice Storm without tremendous loss of life to myself. I think Ice Storm's a pretty reasonable play here, really. He'll gain a bunch of life, but I think we have enough value to go super late here. We swing. I'm actually just going to swing for 2, and I'm going to develop my Magister. This guy is one of the higher ranking clerics in the faith. He's a good mate. He believes the right things. Doomcrag Vampire. Okay. Sure enough. And a 5-drop. Disciple in the Mirror. Nord Firebrand. Okay. Opponent's grabbing a bunch of cards. Could just Red Year. I think we got to kill both of these critters, however. I mean, I can only do 11. I just need to keep him off of drawn cards. So let's steal 7 of that thing so he doesn't draw any more cards. And then let's kill this thing. He's going to gain life, and then, that's not ideal. But I think we're grinding through here a lot. The deck is capable of, against control decks, of playing real fast, real quick like. But in this case, it wasn't really necessary, you see. It was my initial goal, but it's not what ended up happening. Do you have another vampire? Alright. Okay. Right. Rising of Bounds, huh? Well, seems like I'm gonna have to just Red Year? No, it doesn't sound right. These shenanigans they started off cheeky, now they're just irritating. Can't play Tazcad and either of my 4-drops, which is a little heartbreaking. I think I'm going to equip a tome here. Moonlight Web at, right. 8 Magicka left. Rapid Shot. Firebolt, great draw. By the 8th, they will meet their makers. Not excited about the direction this is heading. Not at all. I'm a little disappointed, actually. I have to admit, this has not gone the way I wanted it to. Stand watch, right? Another amulet. Do you have some more charge creatures? That is... He drew all 3 raiding parties in 25 cards or so. Fair enough. And a Disciple in the Mirror. Now, does he have another raiding party? He's gaining a ton of life here. Right. Well, so I think at this point I just Tazcad through here, push a bunch more damage, draw some more cards.
Sorry it had to come to this.
And he gets a prophecy. My opponent is quite skilled here. Stand watch. Right, well, put more critters on the board. If I draw myself, I think we'll win. But, you know, this deck does a lot of shenanigans. $39 cards left in my opponent's deck. 51 in ours. We just lost on Magister.
I slay the unworthy.
Old Velothi Assassin, Unstoppable Rage. Stand watch. Alright. We do have an Earthbone Spinner. Earthbone Spinner value increasing dramatically by the second here. Another Necromancer's Amulet. And what else do we have here? Do you have a 2-drop god? Because that would be frightening. I mean, I'm not frightened, personally, I'm a god, but it would be irritating, let me say that. I will say that much. Interesting choice. Interesting choice there. So, we silence. Do we kill? Unclear. Unclear.
The forest will not suffer your chaos. It's nothing personal.
Gonna get close, eh? Gonna get real close. But looks like not quite gonna hit the kill.
I am the Queen Mother. Attend me.
Once again, if we draw a god, things are looking pretty bright. But our opponent's gaining 3 life every time one of their low mates dies. And this blatant disrespect for life is offending me personally as a god. Right? Also unclear to me how exactly a god should talk. I don't know if you've met any other gods. Like Zeus, that dude's banging his sister. I'm not doing that. Okay. Sharpshooter Scout.
Death to the tribunals.
Into Ashlander Zealot. Right. Gains another 3 life.
Bondar, curse you.
Valenwood Huntsman. Right. Goes to 10. And we only have 9 damage on the board. More life gain. At some point, our opponent will stop drawing so many goddamn cards. And that'll be nice. I still win if I draw God. Valkyrie Defiler. Right. So, God, one time. Leaf Lurker. Well. We should equip here. Alright. Telvos Magister. Oh, how are we actually ever going to win this game?
It's nothing personal.
I think we have to just try to deplete all of our opponent's resources.
The forest is my cloak.
Brings back a critter from his discard pile. Grotwood Ambusher, perhaps. Doomcrag Vampire. Right. Now, actually, probably Ashlander Zealot gains him 3 life and kills me Fighters Guild recruit. It would be nice to draw Ancano, right? Because I have the red year. And I don't know that he can just willy-nilly kill my Ancano. That would be a pretty satisfying conclusion to this clash of the religions here. Right, 48. Brings back Dushnuk Yal Archer. Right. Kills this. Okay.
It would appear that dinner is served.
Doomcrag Vampire. Right. Frostbite Spider.
I slay the unworthy.
Old Velothi Assassin. Okay. Alright, down to 3 cards. Holy shitballs. Right. We're gonna kill... Alright, this is tough, right? We kill the Doomcrag Vampire and we kill off this guy. It's our only hope.
Do not take you.
Right.
The day is mine.
Right.
I have many important things on my mind.
He's gonna gain a ton of life. But can you imagine for just a second, right? My fury unleashed. If Ancano survives. Just do what you've been doing. Play a ton of critters. Right. Don't have a third Doomcrag Vampire and a crossbow. That would be probably worst case scenario. Just flood the board, eh? Bushwhack. Okay.
I wasn't looking at trouble.
Okay.
It would appear that dinner.
Doomcrag Vampire. That's not good for me. And you have a ping effect, eh?
Folks who ain't
Nope.
using it, that's the key.
You do. Wow. Well, that was just about perfect.
Welcome to the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Should have been more work.
Right, opponent back up to 23 life. They were at 1. So, we read year. We play Thieves Guild Recruit. Opponent goes to 35. And we start the whole game over again, and they probably play Journey to Sovngarde. Right. Frostbite Spider. Sure.
My scales move in shadow. Perhaps we can help one another.
Just give me a name.
So we'll use our ward guy to kill that. Needs to play all 3 cards in order to draw an extra card from his shrine. Chooses not to. Laneth. For Dagoth, I assume. Laneth, of course, fetches me, and I am fucking awesome.
Sorry it had to come to this.
It's nothing personal.
There's always a way.
See if there's anything else quite as interesting. Nope, it's gotta be Dagoth. That's me right there, in the flesh, or whatever it is I'm made of now that I have become divine. Still, we have a lot of life to grind through here, right? Yeah. All of his... no, he has 1 vampire left, eh? Alright.
Sorry
Well,
it had
we
to
will swing with a bunch of critters.
It's nothing personal.
This should be fascinating.
Including, but not limited to, myself, Dagoth. We go back to 34 life, and we just hope that he doesn't have the last Doomcrag Vampire in his hand. He has drawn 50 cards, however, so it's possible. Looking for more cards, right? Bushwhack, right? Unclear why Bushwhack was played. Right. Okay. Dagoth, most powerful creature on board. Yeah, I'm so sorry that you chose the wrong faith. Gonna gain more life. Needs to sacrifice his other mate. Right? You gotta do it. There's no other move here you can make. Otherwise, you're dead. You're dead, son. You're dead.
Time to fight.
Right, Nord Firebrand. Unclear as well why Frostbite Spider is in this lane and not that lane. Unless, of course, my opponent is rocking... Probably should give this ward. Is rocking another Bushwhack. As a result, right, we give him ward. Play that there. Maximize the amount of power we still have on the board. And if it's Doomcrag Vampire plus ping, then we are dead. We're not dead, right, but not doing optimal. Bushwhack. Right, that's why we gave it ward.
I only need one shot.
Sure. Right, you go 6.
Death to the tribunals.
We have 7 power on board. Right, back up to 9. And you draw an extra card. Moonlight Web at.
It's nothing personal.
We swing. Put more power on board. Our fighter skill recruit doing a good job of guarding our stuff.
Bondar, curse you.
Right, Valenwood Huntsman.
I only need one.
Into Halalu Sharpshooter.
They missed their shot.
Puts our opponent at 7 life. So dead Lightning Bolt, if we have any of those left. Vigilant Giant could draw a Lightning Bolt. Drew a Crater Crush Giant. Alright, opponent goes back up to 3. Draws a card. Better be a good one. Better be a damn good card. You're in Dagoth's Value Town, friend.
It would appear that dinner is
Right, Doomcrag Vampire.
For the grave.
Yep, back up to 9.
They missed their shot.
Right. And we drew Telvos Magister, which is an exceptional draw, as it has ward. We are 42 life and we pass the turn. So, again, like last time, this better be one hell of a card. Right, it is not. You draw no cards.
A hard-fought victory.
Good game, friend. I hope you consider attending one of our meetings. My religion is the right one. This is Dagoth signing off.